Now I'm going to erect the new Annex coal 250. When you purchase it, the frame is carbon fibre. It comes with the instructions, the fix on and some pegs and guy ropes, and the canvas comes in its own separate bag. This particular Annex also fits the new Magnum coal. There is a slight difference on the framework when you fit it onto the Magnum coal. Let me show you those differences. When fitting the Annex to the 250 awning, whether it's a Capri or an Ambassador or older models, the fix-on has to be placed in a certain position, which is over here. On the seam, on the side of the awning, the fix-on is placed there and clamped in that position there. And then the pole is clamped here and then over to the front. Clamped onto the roof pole at a 90-degree angle. However, if you were fitting this Annex to the new Magnum coal, instead of a hook at this position here, on the porch you've got a back leg. And what we do is we take out this section of the pole here with a hook and insert this one into the pole, and then this one is actually then clamped to the back leg. Because I'm going to put this Annex onto the right hand side of this awning, we need to take the side panel out. By taking out the side panel, you're exposing a zip for the Annex to be able to zip onto. Now we've taken out the side panel, it's now time to zip the Annex into the side wall of the awning. One of the first jobs is to connect these profiles to this material here on both sides. Slide through, and the same the other side. And now you can connect these clips to this pole you've already attached. The reason for this system will become apparent later on. The next part is to make the A-frame at the front of the actual Annex. Insert 2 poles into the centre cross, ensuring that the bayonet fitted hole is towards the front of the actual Annex. So you've left here just with a hole on the inside. Connect the legs to the poles. So basically now I've actually got the letter N. Walking into the canvas, finding the eyelet, the centre spike, ensuring that the reinforcement is in front of the centre cross. Pushing the poles at a slight angle, supporting the canvas. The next part is to put the corner spikes into the actual corner eyelets, again ensuring that the reinforcement is in front of the plastic corner. Tension slightly, moving to the left, tension slightly. We now clamp the middle roof pole of the Annex onto the centre joint here between these 2 pieces of material. Pulling the roof pole and inserting into this hole. And now for the two outside roof poles of the Annex. In the corner of the Annex, the zip here is not stitched. Slide the pole through the loop onto the roof pole, and then bring the roof pole out and the bayonet fitting into the corner and twist so it doesn't fall. And now it's the same procedure for the other side. Through the loop, onto the pole, bring the roof pole up, bayonet fitting into the leg and twist. Now we need to straighten the legs and put the legs into the regulator tabs as we do on any full awning or any porch. Bring the leg up. As we're on a nice level pitch, I use the middle hole, spike in, raise the leg up and tension. The same on the other side, ensuring that the straight edge of the shoe is facing the regulator tab. Tension. 3 more poles to tension and they're the roof poles. Now this is where this system comes into effect. As I tension this pole, roof pole will push this other pole out, and this material will stop it going any further. And when I tension the pole, it's like pushing it against something solid like a wall, and gives me a lot of tension, as you will see. One middle roof pole, and now the outside roof poles. And the last one. Now all that's needed is for me to tension these cross poles here. Again, it's like putting up an awning. If you release the panel to release some of the pressure, then tension the poles. Zip. And you'll find that you've got a roof as tight as a drum. As with all Isabella tall annexes, you have the option of being able to put your side panel back in if you wish. Just for this purpose, I will show you actually how to put the side panel back in. Again, it's entirely up to you and your living accommodation, but by putting zipping the panel back in, you're making another room and you can hide all your belongings, or you can use it as a separate sleeping compartment. The choice is yours. The easiest way to zip your panel back in, there is an extra zip sewn on the Annex for your side panel to zip into. Now, one of the easiest ways to zip it back in, because it's nice and taut now, is to release the zip down the bottom where it's attached to the awning. I will show you. By unzipping the Annex away from the awning, it's made it a lot more flexible for me and easier for me to attach this zip on the side panel. And once so far up, you can now then zip this back down, all the way down. And then I would recommend that you do that on the other side as well. As you can see, if I was trying to attach this now, it's fairly tight. But by releasing the zip, I'm bringing the material closer to me. to make life a little bit more simple. And now zip the annex back down to the awning. All I need to do now is go and peg that annex out. I'm pegging the annex down is exactly the same principle as we do on a full awning. Starting on the side at the back, the first pegging is the one down here at the end. Once we have that one done, we move to the front corner, and as we do on the awning, pull a leg into the seam, pegging the foot down so it doesn't move, and then the corner, giving me the straight line for the annex. Again, the same procedure. Back corner, move into the front, leg in the seam, last bit of pegging to do is along the front of the annex, keeping a nice straight line, and again where there's a zip, cross the pegging points over, and I'm going to use this one as a door, so this one particular one on the edge of the door at an angle. Now unzipping the door, rolling the door back, still a nice tight panel. And now the last job. The pegs are already in the ground from when the side panel was originally in. Connect the rubbers back up and peg down.